Okay, so how can I fix this problem? Well, let's go to our code and let's go to the source here. Of course, the component, I'm not going to change anything here. Event, I'm not going to change anything. My change, it will be mostly in the handler here. So if I go to load handler, and what I am doing in load handler, as you can see, I'm looping through my data or image data here. Each one image, which will be an object with ID, data name, source, and title. And then I'm using this component function to create an image. Then I am appending it to the images container. Now the idea is when I create my images here, I need somehow to save them somewhere. So the idea is when I here in this load handler, when I create my images and add them to the DOM, I need somehow to save this DOM element because image box is a DOM element actually. It is my image. And that's why I go here. So I click on this guy, that's my image. So that's the element, this DOM element image box. It includes everything here. It includes the source and H2. So I want somehow to save this element. Why? Because like that, if I save all the element, I can then look through this element and check, for example, some condition. And if I want, then I can just append this element to the DOM. And if I don't want it, I can just remove it from the DOM. Is the idea clear what I'm trying to explain? Yes, no?
Yes.
Absolute silence. Okay, now in my load handler, I need to find a way here. After I did this one, now I need to save my my images, for example, or my poster, whatever you want to call it. So I need somehow to save my images, but where I'm gonna save them? Any idea? Where I should save these images?
Local storage?
No, but I don't really need the local storage here. I can simply store them in my data here if I want to. So all I have to do, I can just add a new array. I can name it posters, for example, or whatever you want to. Voila, it's just an empty array. And now here I can add all my DOM element or make object for each DOM element and add it here to this post. So it's quite simple here. As you can see, I just add a new array. It's called poster. Poster is an empty array. Now, if I go to my load handler, I need now to add it to my data. But how? It's simple. I can just say data dot posters dot push because it's an array. And now here I need to push an object. Okay, what do I need to push here? Any idea? What do I need to save? What do I need to save?
Image box?
No, yeah, but not only the image box. Maybe it will be a good idea to save the ID. And how can I get the ID now? Yeah, actually this one shouldn't be here. I need to put it inside here because it needs to be inside the loop. Because if I'm not inside the loop, I cannot know what's the ID for each element here. So it must be inside the loop like that. Okay, what the hell is going on here? Expression expected. Yes. So now because I am inside the loop, I have one image and my image is an object. I have the ID. I can grab the ID. So how? I can simply say the images.id and that's the ID. Now I want to store the DOM element. And which one is my DOM element? Which one is my DOM element here I create?
Image box?
Yes, of course, it's image box. So here I say DOM and I will save image box. I want to store something else, which will be the title. And you may tell me why you are storing the title. Can anyone tell me why I am storing the title?
It's the way how we filter it.
So I'm storing the title actually because I need all the time to grab the title. So instead of just selecting the DOM element and go to select H6 and grab the title, I can just save it here simply. And whenever I loop through this new array poster, I will have ID, I will have DOM element, I will have title. And then I can check if this value included in the title, then I can just append the DOM element. If not, I can just remove the DOM element. Now, of course, after I've done all of that, I need to log these data to see how they look like. So let's just log them and see how they look like. Data.poster. I'm just interested in the poster format. So let's go. And now what we need to do here, I need just simply to reload my page. And if I reload my page, as you can see, voila. So that's the new object poster I am saving. So what I am saving the ID. Then the DOM here, it will be this guy here. If I hover over it, notice what happened. So if I hover over this DOM, what is going on? Can anyone tell me what's going on if I hover over it? Go look at your website web page. If I hover over it, what it give me?
We'll select the first image.
Yes, so as you can see, this one is being selected. So this guy here, actually, it's a DOM element. It's a div with class image box, and inside it I have an image, and inside it also I have h6 with the title. So this guy here, it's this DOM element. I'm just saving it here. I'll just give it a property here. Voila. And also I have the title, as you can see. And that's the data I want to save for now. Of course, I am saving this data for now. Later, I need to use this data. So I'm saving them for something. Why? Because I need to use them later. Cool. Now I have the data I saved. That's fine. That's nice. I don't need to log them. Now what I need to do, after I finish the load handler, I created my image. I have the DOM element, or the image DOM element, if you want to call it. Then I'm appending it to the image. Then for each item here, for each image, I am pushing an object. As this object includes the image ID, the DOM element, which will be the image box, as I told you, and also the title. That's fine. Now, the second step I need to do, I need to go to the filter. Of course, now filtering stuff like that, as you can see, it's really a bad idea. So what I need to do here, actually, I need to delete all of that. Why do I need to delete all of that? Well, because it's actually not practical. Now, because I have my data, which will be inside data.poster, I can loop through my data. So let's try to do it. So my data here, it will be inside data.posters dot for each, because it's an array. And here I can just name it one poster. So because it's poster, so it could be one poster like that. And voila. Cool. Now, if I log the poster, what it will give me, or what will give me if I log the poster, one poster? What do you think it will give me? If I log one poster, what it will give me?
Object?
Of course, it will give you an object. So if I type something, look. So each poster here, as you can see, it has an ID, because I create this object and I push it. It will include the ID, it will include the DOM element, which just means the DOM element for all the image, and also I have the title, which is the title of the movie. Cool. Now, what should I do here? What is my condition here? Well, my condition, I need to check if the poster title is in this value is included in the poster title. If it's included, I will simply append it to the DOM. If it's not included, I need to remove it from the DOM. Did you get the idea or not? Yes,
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try to implement it. How? It's super simple. I can just put one condition and I can say if poster dot title. Why do I have as a title in the poster? Can anyone tell me? How can I access the title? Why do I have the title?
Dot value
Yes, but why do I have the title? I mean,
to compare to the
Compared to the input.
because simply in my data, when I store my data, as you can see here, I store an object and I have ID and I have title and I have a DOM. I'm looping through array of these objects. That means simply I can access anything I want to here. You can access the ID, I can access the title, and also I can access the DOM element. Is the idea clear? So I will say poster.title to lowercase. Why to lowercase? Why to lowercase?
Because my title, it's in lowercase.
Because
to
I
remove
want
case sensitivity.
exactly. So here I will say poster.title.to lowercase. Then I have a method on the string which is called includes. And includes, it will check if whatever value I am passing is included inside this string or not. And now I can take my value. Also, I can need to change my value to lowercase. So I need to say to lowercase, and it's a method, so I need to execute it this way, and voila. So that's my condition. And here I need to put the body of the condition. So now, as you can see, if the poster title to lowercase, if the value to lowercase is included in the title. So if it's included in the title, what should I do? Should I show it or should I not show it?
Show it.
Yes. And of course, if that's not the case, so else I need to remove the DOM element, as you know, right? Okay.
Yes.
So that's my condition here. But before I do one condition, I have a small question here. Now I'm saying if the poster title to lowercase here, I'm not sure if the value to lowercase is included. If it's included, I want to add the DOM element. But before I add the DOM element, maybe the DOM element already exists on the DOM. Maybe it's already there. If it's already there, should I add it again? Do you understand my question or not? So what I'm going to do here, I will check if the value is included in the title. If it's included in the title, I want to add the poster.dom. But the idea here, maybe the poster.dom already exists here. Maybe it's already there. Should I add it again or no? Guys, I'm just asking logical questions, not related to the programming.
No, you shouldn't add it again.
No, because it's already there. I shouldn't add it again. But I don't know if it's there or not. How can I check if it's there or not? How can I check if this element here, any element I want to, is in the DOM or not?
Console log.
No, console.log. What do you mean console.log? How could I know if any image box here is already in the DOM or not? I
You can
will
check
try
the
to
length.
With the length.
No, I don't need the length here.
No.
I need to check if specific element here, this one or this one or this one, because it's a loop, looping through all of them. So how can I check if this image box with ID 5 exists in the DOM or not? I can simply try. Just me who has a delay in the sound. Who has a delay in the sound?
There was a delay a few minutes ago, but now it's fine.
Okay.
For me, it's fine now.
Fine. So how could I check if this image box, this DOM element, which is div class image box with ID 4 exists in the DOM or not?
Create a new variable, get element by ID, no?
Yes, it's simply like that. I would just can use get element by ID because each image has a unique ID, as you can see. So I can just say document.get element by ID, and I pass the ID. And if the element exists, it will give me the element. If the element does not exist, it will give me. If the element does not exist, it will give me.
Fine.
Nothing.
No, there's nothing called nothing. It give you a value. What is this value?
0.
No.
Undefined.
No, undefined, that's for variable. For DOM, I told you something a little bit different.
Null.
Null. It will give you null. Okay, now here I can just declare a variable and I can say const. I can just say, for example, image, or I can say just poster, whatever you want to call it. I will name it poster exists. So poster exists, this means I need to check if the poster exists or not. But how could I check? I can just say document dot get element by ID, and here I need the ID. How can I grab the ID? Well, it's in my ID inside the poster, so I can just say poster dot ID. Now here, when I'm trying to grab this element, I will have two possibilities. So if, as you can see, if I hover over it, It's telling me either it will give me HTML element or it will give me null. It's simply like that. So DOM element, when you try to grab any DOM element, either it will give you the element if it exists in the DOM. If it does not exist, it will return you null. There's nothing called undefined in DOM element because it's an object. It's not like a primitive data type. It's all the time I told you DOM elements are objects. That means if there is nothing, it will return me null. Is the idea clear? Yes, no? So this guy here, it will just try to grab this element with this ID. Of course, here either it will give me the element. If it's give me the object, of course, it will be truthy value. And of course, if its element does not exist, it will be null, and null is falsy value. So what should I do here? Well, I can check simply. I can just say if the poster does not exist, so not poster exists. So if the poster does not exist, then I will say dom.image.append poster.dom. Simply like that. So here I will only add it if the poster does not exist. Okay. So how can I, what do I mean by not exist? That means this one will be null, not null. That means null, it will be falsy, not falsy to truthy. And here it will come and append my poster to the images. Simply like that. And in the second case, in else, here, of course, I need to add it. Here, I need to remove it. The problem is here again, is if I try to remove something does not exist, it will give me an error. So also I need to check if poster exists. If it exists, then I will remove it. Because if it does not exist, it doesn't make sense to remove it. And here I can just say poster exists.remove. Of course, remove is a method. It's a DOM. It exists in any DOM element, remove like that, and parentheses, and it will remove it from the DOM, simply like that. Is the idea clear? What I'm trying to explain. Let's go and test it and see if that will work or not. So let's notice. And let's put this guy here. And now here, let's type Joker. Notice what will happen. See, if I type Joker, notice what will happen. So all the other element is being removed from my images. And I only have the Joker. Now, if I remove the Joker, notice what will happen. Voila, all my elements is being added again, appended again, as you can see. If I put Spider-Man, notice what will happen. SP, and it will only show me the images with which include SP or Spider-Man here, space, Spider-Man, this guy, and the other, it will gonna remove it. And that means that's working. And that's the best way to do it. Question about these ones. Of course, the first one is super simple here. All we are doing here is just saving some data for later. What are we saving? We are saving an object. We are saving the ID. We are saving the DOM element. And we are saving the title. All of them inside one object. That's for each image, of course. And then we store all of them inside my data, inside an array called poster. In the filter here, all I need to do, whenever the user tries to type something, I will go to my data.poster. It's array of object. And here that my poster here, it will be an object. I will look through all of them. Now, the poster here, of course, it will give me an object. I have an ID, I have title, and I have the DOM element. First, before I do anything, I need to check if the element already exists in the DOM or not. How can I do that? Well, lucky for me, all my images, they have unique ID, as you can see. So all I have to do, I just can say document.getElement by ID, but I don't have the ID. Well, the ID exists in my object poster. That's why I saved it. So poster.id, and then here I will just save it in a variable where I name it poster exists. Now, if this poster exists on the DOM already, it will return me the DOM element here. If it does not exist, it will return me null. Fine. Now here I will just put it here because I know I need to use it. Now I will come to my condition. So I will say the value to lowercase. I will see if it's included in my title. But where I get my title, also I save the title in the poster. Why? Because I know I need it. So poster.title, as you can see, to lowercase. And I will say the value is included. Now, if the value is included, I need first to check. If the element does not exist in the DOM, then I need to add it. because if it exists in the DOM, it doesn't make sense to add it again. And that's the reason why I'm saying here, poster does not exist, then add it to the DOM. So we say DOM.image, which will be my container, appends the poster, so that's my poster.dom. Why .dom? Because that's what I saved in my data. As you can see here, that's my DOM, that's my element image path. Okay, that's the if is finished. Now, if I go to the else block, I want now here, that means the value does not exist in the title. I need to remove this DOM element. But if I try to remove a DOM element which does not exist, it will give me an error. And that's the reason here I need to use again this one. I need to make sure already the element exists on the DOM. That's why I'm saying if the poster exists, that means it exists on the DOM, then I'm gonna remove it. How can I remove it? Well, poster exists here, as you can see. What it does return me, it return me a DOM element. And DOM element and all DOM elements, if I want to remove any DOM element, I will just put the DOM element and dot remove, which is the method. And as you can see, the remove element, it just removes the node or removes that. Is the idea clear so far? Guys,
Yes.
well, but that's not what I feel, because everyone's shocked. It's kind of, I'm explaining how the rocket gonna fly and go through Mars or something. Is the idea clear here, guys? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's simple logic. So what I'm doing here again, I'm just saving all my poster here. And each poster is an object, as you know. I've saved the ID because I know I will need it. I've saved the title because I know I'm gonna need it. And also I saved the DOM element. And the DOM element here was the div with class, what was the class name? Image box or something. And also inside it, I have image, and also inside it, I have H6. So this DOM here include everything. So the first step, I need to make sure that the element already exists on the DOM or not. Why? Because simply if the element already exists in the DOM, it doesn't make sense to add it again. And also, if I want to remove the element and the element does not exist in the DOM, I will get an error. Why? Because the element does not exist, then I'm trying to say dot remove. So it does not exist, that means it's null. Null does not have any method. So that's the reason why it will give me an error. So first I'm checking here, this is my condition. I'm checking if the value included in the title. If it's included, then I need to check if the guy here, which is the image or the poster, does not exist in the DOM. If it does not exist in the DOM, then I'm gonna add it. Just DOM.image append poster.dom. Okay. If I go to the second one, now I need to remove it. But what if it does not exist on the DOM? Well, I need to check. If poster exists, then I'm gonna remove it. But if the poster does not exist, I mean, I cannot remove it. Voila. Simply like that. And it's working perfectly, of course. Let's take, for example, passengers. As you can see, voila. And now it gives me the element I want. Of course, notice if I go back, it will remove or re-add all the element I need, as you can see. Now what I want to do here, and now what left here, it's simple, just simple stuff here. I want, if the user types something which no image exists here, I want to show just a message. And this message, to, for example, say no image found or no poster found, whatever you want. So how can I do that? Any ideas? How can I do that? Any ideas? So I need to check. If images, I can just say if images, the image container of the image has no children, then show a message. We name it image not found. Voila. Any idea how can I do that? I'm not asking you programming. This is logic. You need to learn, you need to improve your logic. How can I do that? First, how can I check if images have children or not? But guys, it's quite simple actually. How can I check if images have children or not?
in the poster exists?
No. Notice the images here, it's the parent, it's the container, is not related to my posters. So actually it is in the DOM here. That's it. This guy here. That's it. That's my images here. I need to check if this guy here, this container has, if it has no children, then I show the message. If it has any children, I need to remove the message. But how can I do that? Well, I can just check if DOM dot images dot children dot length, and links here, it will tell me how many child. If the links is 0, that means it has no children, right? Yes, no?
Mhm.
So DOM dot images, any DOM element you can have access to children. If you have children, of course, dot children, and children here it will return me, as you can see, HTML collection. So it's something look like an array. And of course here I have a property called links. It will tell me how many children this guy has. And here I'm checking if dom.image.children.links is equal to 0, that means it has no children. What should I do here? If it has no children?
Create an element, for example, P.
Yeah, but should I can create the element here? Actually, that's really good. I can create the element here, or maybe I can do it, create it in somewhere else. Any idea where should I create it?
In DOM.
Yes, so here I can make it a little bit easy and I can create my message here actually. You may tell me why I don't create it there. Well, because this is a DOM here, and this is a place actually to create. It would be nice to create here. So here I will not say query selector. No, I will say create element. And the element I want to, let's add a p tag first. Voila. Now, as you can see, my message is already there. Why did I create the message element? Because I know that I'm gonna need this element in case the images container has no children. So I just created the element, as you can see, document.create element p. Of course, now this p tag has no, and text inside it has nothing. It's just p tag element, that's it. Now what I can do, I can go to my filter here. And of course, if it has 0 children, I can say dom.message dot inner text, right? Sorry, the message, come on. Okay, dot message dot inner text. Why do I need to add inner text? Why do I need to add
Play the
inner text?
message.
Yes, because here my element here in the DOM, it has nothing inside it. It's just a p tag, it's just a paragraph. So I need to show a message inside it. So as you can see here, if it has no children, then I will select this element DOM message.inner text, and I will say image not found. And now here, of course, I need now to append it to where I want to append it. Where I want to append it, I want to append it here to the images. Because here, this guy, they will not exist. If it has 0 children, that means nothing inside it. So I can just append it inside the images. So to do that, I can just simply say DOM dot images dot append. And what I'm going to append, I'm going to append DOM dot message. Right. Is the idea clear?
And if I would like to add a class, so I can do it here.
Yeah, of course.
So after that, to like
DOM
style in
message.
CSS.
Yeah, DOM dot message dot classlist dot add. That's it. Cool.
Okay. Mhm.
You can do whatever you want. Fine. And let's grab this one here. Okay, now if notice if this guy images the container has 0 children, has no children, I'm gonna add some text inside my element message, then I'm gonna append my message inside the images. But what if it has some children? If the num here, the length is not 0, what should I do? What should I do?
Remove message.
Yes, so maybe in this case message exists, and if the message exists, then I need to remove it actually. Well, let me show you what do I mean. Now, if I go here, I remove this one, notice what will happen. I do that, notice I have my message, but notice what will happen again. If I remove it, see my message is still there. That's not a good idea. I need to remove this message because now it has some children, but my message is still there. So I need to remove it. Okay, how can I remove it? How can I remove it?
Dot remove.
In your
Let's
CSS.
try,
Dot
let's try
message.
dot message dot remove like that. But actually, let's try it now and see if that will work perfectly or not. Let's try to do that and then come back and write again, come back. It's working. As you can see, do I have any error? No, I have no error. Everything is working perfectly. So image not found, delete, is gone. I need to check again so I can inspect my element. Do I have the message here? No, the message is being gone. And that's how we really check if in this element, guys, here, these images, if it has no children, then I'm gonna add some text to this element I create, then I'm gonna append it. But if it has, if the length of the children is not zero, that means it has some children. The length cannot be negative. It can be 0 and above. So 0, if it's not 0, then it will be 1 or 2 or 3. So it will have one child or 2 or 3. In this case here, I need to remove my message. So I'll say dom.message.remove, simply like that. And voila, that's how we really filter. Any question? Question? If there is a question, it's a good idea to ask.
Yeah, Samir, I have a question.
Yes, Dinan.
Why we are store in the data all the things? Because it's then again repeat what do you say, images there, right?
So why I'm saving it here? Because it will repeat the same image here.
Yeah.
Well, not really, Diniando, because this data here, yes, we have the ID, we have the title, but here, as you can see, we have source and data names here. But if I go to the poster, it's different. The poster includes the ID, the title, and DOM element.
Yeah,
Here is only data.
but why we are not filtering direct from the images?
What do you mean filter directly from the images?
In the
Like
images,
that?
like we can get data and
Mhm.
data it's include this title, then
Mhm.
put it, or if not, then remove it.
Well, you can do that. You can do that. But notice something. Even when you filter, you need to, again, use for each because you need to look through all of them. I've seen your code, you all the time, you are using filter here. It's one way, yes. But for me, I prefer when we are looping through stuff to use for each and not filter. You can use filter, but for each, I think it's more performance and better filter. In this case, of course, just in this case.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw your issue. You have some question. Did I answer your question, Diniando?
Yeah, but my code is different, no? That's why I did not understand how I can fix this.
Okay. So this code, again, I am just implementing the logic here. You don't really need to be super smart to write code. All you need to understand is just how stuff work. You need to think logically.
Yeah.
So I'm saving my stuff. I'm looking through them. I need to see, okay, what if I have it already? Well, if I have it already, then, I mean, if I don't have it, I will append it. But if I have it already, it is not smart to add it again. It's not possible. Okay, because here I'm wasting time here. I'm wasting the resources. You cannot append the same DOM element multiple times. It's not possible. But here you will lose some resources. Your code, it will be slower. So all I need to do here, I need to check if it does not exist, then I'm gonna add it.
Okay.
And voila. If there is any question related to the code, please let me know. If not, now you can go to your code and try to update it the way I did it here. By the way, small note here. This poster here, Now, sometimes we include it in data. Sometimes you can also include it in the DOM because it includes some DOM element. But I prefer all the time to put it inside the data. Why? Because their object include ID, include title, include other information, and one of these property is the DOM element. So I prefer to put it inside the data. Is the idea clear? Yes, no.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. If you have a question, ask. The event, I did not change anything from the event. The component function, I did not change anything. The data, I did not change. I just add poster arrays. That's it. DOM, I just add a message which I will need it when there is no images. Other than that, I changed nothing. What's really changed here in the load handler, I'm just saving some data or an object inside the array I created. And this data, this object here include different property ID because I know I'm gonna need the ID, the title because I need to get the title here in easy way. And the DOM element which will include all my images. In the filter images, I'm just looping through this data and then I'm just checking some conditions. That's it. I'm gonna stop the recording. If you have any question, you can ask. If not,